What's up, guys? John Wick not swimming, man. What a rough week we had, huh? Some of us, not all of us. I get it. I know a lot of people comment, no, not me. I made $1 billion last week on all the plays. You know how it is. You always get that one commenter that tells that far-fetched story like, yeah, I got in at the bottom. I pre-ordered 10,000 shares, got them all, sold them at the top, and now I'm rich, but I'll keep commenting on videos. So, yeah, it was a rough week, guys. A lot of frustrations between the trio, me, Kevin, and Teddy, right? But here's the deal, guys. I ain't chasing these IPO plays no more. I still respect and love Teddy. I got no problem with him. This is just not the style of play that I want to do in the stock market. And I'll explain to you a couple reasons why. But before I do that, I just want to say that I don't, it was my choice to play them. I am 0 for 3 on them. I lost with megl, I lost with TGL, and I lost now so far with our frza. It's not totally written, and I like that stock anyway. I like the fact that there's an electric boat coming out. Whether they've going to be able to ever scale up to actually being able to, make tons of boats, I don't know right now, but it's definitely a good idea. I definitely like having to hold that bag out of the 3. The megl bag is terrible. I don't like holding that bag. The TGL, to be honest with you, I don't even know what they do. I don't like that bag. But at least on the frza, and I'm not even in that deep on it, I'm in at 1168. So I'm down, but like not that big of a deal, and I don't mind holding that bag. So we'll see what happens, guys. I'll be live streaming early Sunday morning. That's going to be my thing so that you guys can kind of rely on it. I'm talking to the truckers that are getting up real early in the morning, going to work, man. They don't have anybody live streaming. They don't have anybody to listen to kind of give them the head start on the market. I'm talking to the early risers. I'm talking to the people that are, getting up early, getting ready to work, getting kids ready to do whatever they're going to send them off to go do. So I'm building a nice little live stream with you guys there, and I have a feeling you guys are enjoying it. Clearly, we want to have some better weeks, obviously, with some of the plays that we're getting involved in. And Kevin and I have been speaking a lot, guys. I know him and I had a little rough patch last week. We both took beatings, but we're grown men. We don't blame anybody. And then all we do now is we lick our wounds and we refocus and rebuild. That's it. We will rebuild slowly. We're not down and out. Our accounts didn't get zapped or vaporized. A lot of profits were lost trying to chase this IPO play. I took a shot at it. I don't blame anybody. Teddy gave us the opportunity. All of them presented opportunities to make money. I just didn't time it right. I didn't get pre-orders in. But now, speaking about that, the reason why I won't play it is because it's definitely managed events. That's clear as day now. So in one situation where you had megl, a lot of people couldn't get their pre-orders filled, or if they got filled, it was very small amounts of shares. So what happened there is everybody FOMO bought and was setting prices to get in and get shares higher than even the highest ask. So where it might be trading at $90, people were setting purchase orders for like 125, for instance, 110, 115. So clearly people were shooting too high on that. Like even for instance myself, I tried to catch 7 shares. I wound up paying $190 for them. But I knew what I was getting myself into. That's why I only bought 7 shares. I looked at it as a lottery ticket. And right now, literally those 7 shares are worth like $56. So that'll just rot in my portfolio forever. Or if some weirdo some big whale decides to just buy up megl one day, maybe I get out with, not losing as much, for instance. Maybe they run it up to 20, 25 or something like that. Who knows? I doubt it'll see triple digits again or beyond. I'm not that deep in with TGL, so that's another one that's not a big deal. But hopefully, if that runs up maybe a couple points, I can just get, trim my loss there. Give me a second. There's a plane coming by. Anyway, so being that they're managed events, I think it's pretty much boiled down to if you're going to get involved in doing it. If you don't get your orders filled in the pre-order, I mean, there's no reason to play it. It's going to be very difficult to buy shares. A lot of times it's difficult even to sell. So it's just not a play that I'm interested in doing anymore. I won't be in the Giga Cloud one. I wish them the best. I hope they make a ton of money. Possibly they have the recipe for making money on it. You know, I guess maybe they know when they're going to sell. I don't. We don't. Our groups don't. So those that watch my channel and follow me, I don't have the ability to figure out when Teddy's going to sell or when their guys are going to sell, right? So it's just not a viable play, guys. I think that I want to get back to trying to really seek out heavily shorted stocks, and I want our movement to be against the hedge funds and burning them out and putting them out of business. And we had that going, and we kind of lost track and got involved with the IPO plays. But like I said, Kevin and I have been speaking now virtually every day. We've definitely mended our situation. We're cool now. I'm totally supportive of him. I'm supportive of his Discord. He deserves to do it. You know, he has a lot of knowledge in day trading and stuff like that. So why not offer your advice? And he deserves to be paid for it for whatever amount he wants to charge. So I definitely support that. Like I said, I'll continue to do the live streams. Going back though real quick on these IPO plays though, and just to give you a little more insight of why I'm not playing them, is because it seems like they're picking and choosing when they want to fill pre-orders, right? So in the case of FRZA, a lot of pre-orders got filled, right? So a lot of people that put in money to get shares got them. I didn't, and I put a pre-order in, but a lot of people did. Some people didn't. But those that did, they were able to catch the stock at $5 at the offering price, so they were never really in jeopardy. They were able to run up to 15 and possibly cash out there, even at 10, 12, whatever it is. Even now, they're still not in the red, right? But for me, I had to kind of wait till it came down from 15 to 11. But the reason why these HKDs and the MEGLs ran was mostly, in my opinion, because people FOMO bought in and created like a big buying pressure of amounts that were over the ask, right? So definitely the stock price is going to go up because there's people looking for shares and there's people holding shares. So the supply and demand issue was right there for you to witness. The stock market still works to a certain extent. You know, when there's not enough demand or enough supply, it shoots up to the demand, which means the price goes up. But if we don't know what the expectation is, and we don't know if on the next IPO they're gonna fill pre-orders, they're gonna fill the pre-orders, or if they're not, and people are gonna FOMO, and then it'll run. We don't know. There's just not enough to go off in order to continuously make this play, and it's too risky. I just, in my opinion, it's not where I want to be. There's some people that like taking risks like that. Hey, like for instance, I play poker. Why don't I play blackjack? Why don't I play craps? Why don't I play roulette? Those are too risky for me. It's just not, that's not where I want to put my money. So Kevin and I will be figuring out when we're going to do duo live streaming again. Definitely it's not a daily thing. I'm doing the morning shift. He's working on Discord. He's still going to do some live streams, but he may not be on as long. He was doing like 10 hours or whatever. And clearly he'll do his own video and explain to you guys what his intention is and what he's going to do with that. But for me, you guys can count on seeing me somewhere around 5 to 6 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, I'm talking to those people that are getting up early. They want to listen to something regarding the stock market, and I want to be there for them and give them that opportunity to provide information. Other than that, that's it. You know, about to refocus for next week. Just taking the day off right now. It was a rough week. I had a rough week. I'm not going to lie. I'm keeping it real. Some of you guys always thought that I only come out when things are great, and that's not true because things did not go great for Johnwicksnipin last week. But that's cool. I know how to. I'm a poker player. I've gotten beat many times. My aces have gotten cracked many times, all in pre-flop, and I got to walk out. I don't give up on the poker. I don't give up on poker because of that. I just rebuild. So there's one of my subscribers that I really appreciate, you know, and I appreciate a lot of you guys. You know, there's a lot of guys that, you know, we've made connections. But Latex, if you're watching this video, I'm gonna start looking at that play that you're talking about, W, whatever it was. I can't remember the ticker right now. He'll probably comment and write the ticker. but it seems like that's a viable short interest play. And maybe we'll look at that one and see if that's what those were a lot less risky, right? The heavily shorted stocks with low floats, possibly no options. I mean, the one thing you just got to worry about is if the CEO is going to do offerings, right? That's what you got to avoid. Kevin obviously reads into the filings pretty deeply to find out, what do they have hidden? What moves do they have hidden? So we're going to get back to that. You guys have made it, pretty loud and clear. These IPO plays, it's just not for you. You really want to get back to the movement that we were creating between Kevin and I, and with you guys, and studying the heavily shorted stocks. And I feel like that's the winning recipe, that's the best recipe going right now. Other than that, that's it. We're keeping an eye on AMC and seeing what's going to happen with that. But we're just waiting on that one, right? So that's all I got for you guys for today. Thank you for watching. As always, look for me Monday early, somewhere between 5 or 6, going live. Thank you for watching this video. Johnwicksnipin is out.